Everybody, it's Monday. It is September the 6th, and I believe it's Labor Day or some kind of a bank holiday. DJ's home from work, and we got all the new kittens since the last time I saw you. All the new kittens. In fact, as you know, we brought in Rue at the last minute, and she already had 6 kittens. And right here, we're looking at Mural and her brand new 6 kittens. And I'm going to introduce them all to you today by name. We're going to take their weights. And DJ, that's our lovely assistant DJ's hand there, is going to be helping because so far I can't identify any of the kittens by name. I certainly can tell them all apart, but I don't have the names memorized. I don't have a cheat sheet. I am completely unprepared to tell you whomst who. So that's why DJ's here to help out. This is, if you've been watching the regular Kitten Academy live stream, you've been seeing some very dramatic shots of what appear to be kittens in outer space. So to start there, Mural did not love her kitten box there, the kitten box. So she was repeatedly taking her kittens and moving them, and she thought the next best spot in the room was the litter box. And she might be right about that. So to get her to stop doing it after DJ had to come in here and move kittens back like a half a dozen times, we brought in a couple of other options for her. We brought in the space pod. The lid's off right now. It's normally on. We brought in the space pod. I brought in a plain cardboard box, and she picked the space pod. She wants a confined small space for her babies. We also took the lid off the litter box in sort of the reverse motion, so the litter box wouldn't be a confined space and it wouldn't be as an attractive an option. So she picked the pod. She likes it. It works really well right now, and we've made a couple adjustments to it already so that we can film it, and so that if her kittens end up coming out with her, like they have a couple times as they're nursing, she gets up and comes out of the pod, and there's a kitten attached, and then he falls off outside the pod, and he can't get back in. So I built a tiny little ramp hidden under the blanket so that it goes right up to the lip and a tiny could climb back up. And ever since I built that, none of them have fallen out, so we're fine there too. Because that's how it works, isn't it? Anyway, we've got to introduce and weigh all the babies like I promised, so let's see if we can go in birth order. And I know that our little brown tabby girl is the first one that was born. That's right, isn't it? The brown tabby girl. And oh, look at that silly face. Look at that silly face. So as you can see, she is a tabby with a lot of brown on her face. And her name is Splotch. Her name is Splotch. So there's our tiny Splotch. Weighs 6.5 ounces, or 6.6, or somewhere in between 6.5, 5. Ah, such a little cutie beans. So that's Splotch. Splotch, our first little girl. Now, they are 3 days old today, by the way, if you're wondering. Today's their 3rd day, so this is what 3-day-old kittens look like. And you notice Splotch's eyes are closed. Let's see, is this... hang on, don't tell me. I got this one. This is Trace. This is Trace, right? Yes, Trace. So Trace, as you can see, is a tortie. And tortie just means that they have like that black and that orange together on a cat, especially a female cat. Usually they're a lot more mixed than this is. You think of one like Smokey, like our Smokey was a tortie. You think of them as like a tortoise shell pattern. That's why they're called tortie. It's short for tortoise shell. Weighs 6.5, so right on with the other. So the orange and the black together makes sort of a tortoiseshell pattern, and that's an exclusively female coloring for cats. If you see that happening, you know that it's a female cat, or a very, very rare genetic abnormality. But typically, orange and black, you go, okay, that's a girl. So this is a girl. And I forgot to mention, also polydactyl, so you see the extra thumb in between the regular thumb and the rest of the fingers there. Little tiny one. So the polydactyl makes for much longer thumbs or dew claws, if you want to call them that, and one extra in between, or sometimes more than one extra. We had a kitten once that had 2 extras. So So that's Trace. Trace, and you can tell Trace real obvious by the little orange trace on her forehead. So there you go, Trace. All right, and I did forget to mention that our first little brown girl, who is Splotch, right? Splotch. Okay, I'm trying to get. Does also have the polydactyl toes. Do you see that extra little toe right there? Very cool. So number 3 on the birth sheet. Now I'm starting to get lost. Is that the orange one, right? Okay, so the orange one is Etch. I know that also. Etch. And Etch is one of the boys in this class. There we go. The orange without any black is an almost exclusively male coloring. Now that's not... Oh, hang on. Etch weighs 6.6. It's not quite the same because it's not impossible to have an orange girl. Like it's practically impossible to have an orange and black boy. But the orange girls are only about 20% opposed to the orange boys are like 80%. So if you see an all orange cat, pretty safe bet it's going to be a boy. And in this case it is. Oh, and I forgot to show you Etch, of course, also polydactyl like their mom. He's got the longest thumbs. Oh, hang on, I can't quite get an angle on it. There you go. Now you can see that very well, can't you? So that's Etch. Little boy Etch. Okay, buddy, we're sending you back. Etch has also been the heaviest and the most muscular, too. He's not just heavy, like you can feel his little muscles. So I've decided, whether it's true or not, that he's the one we felt kicking so much on the inside. And he was building up his muscles because he's got missions he's got to take care of, and he has no time to waste. So that's Etch. Is the next one the all-black one? Okay, and I can't even guess on the name that we gave this little all-black beauty. Is this a boy too, right? DJ's saying, yes, this is also a boy. So the all-black one is named Doodle. Doodle. All right, that's a great name. So this is Doodle. And little Doodle is a boy, like I said, and as you can see, also has the polydactyl paws. Oh, not getting the best angle on that. Let's weigh little Doodle. DJ wants to take little Doodle and weigh him. She's like, come on, let's move it along. All right. Little Doodle weighs 6.3 ounces and is all black with pretty much no distinguishing features apart from the fact that he's a boy in a class of now mostly girls. And he does have the polydactyl gene. Nervous. Yes, she is, but this is just good learning for her. She's going to just learn that we're okay. She knows we're okay, but she is a little bit of a nervous mom, as you can tell from her having moved her kittens around. She also, though, moves her kittens with much less provocation than some moms. Like some moms almost seem like they don't know how to move their kittens. They get into situations where they would really want to move them and they still don't do it. You're like, I don't think that cat knows how. And she's the opposite end of the spectrum, where she's going to pick up and move her kittens around, really, whether they need it or not sometimes. So, although she's not at the end of the spectrum, someone like Tilly that would just pick up her kittens and carry them around just to do it, that's the other end of the spectrum, I guess. But at any rate, yeah, she's a little bit of a, like, I'm going to pick up my kittens if you don't put them where I want them all the time. Okay, so that was the black one, who is named, wait, don't remind me, Doodle, right? So the next one is the other tortie. Okay, and the other tortie is this one, and as I explained, as a tortie, it's got the orange and the black, and also is a girl. So we know all those things about it right away, and you can see the orange right there on the face and the black on the face, and that adorable little tongue. And this one has the nose that also has some of the one color and some of the other color. Do you see how the nose is part black and part pink? And that, combined with the tortie face, it reminds DJ and I both a lot of Smokey's face, because she had that same kind of thing going on her nose. Okay, you're getting loud. Oop. Hang on, gotta restart the scale. It's okay, if he's not making any noise, it's okay. And if you put him down...
I just wanted to...
Oh, I was going to let it reset afterwards. Okay, that's good. We're good. It's okay.
It's okay, Mural.
6.5, but I need a second opinion, so let's get you again for a sec. Okay, hang on.
It's okay.
It's okay, Muir. She wants to come and get it. Like, come on, let's have it back. Yep, 6.5. All right, Mural, I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to hold her right here. I don't think we got the name. The name is SQ, Squiggle? Squiggle, right? Oh, hey, Squiggle. All right, so Squiggle is our little, the tortie with the multicolored nose and with no great big red stripe on the middle of her head. And in fact, much less red or orange all around the rest of her body, too, as you can see, just little tiny spots here and there. That might fill in a little more as she gets older. Hard to guess, of course, but so yeah, that's another tortie. And then that leaves our final kitten in this group, number 6, whose name is failing me. What's number 6? The gray tabby is named.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell
Scroll.
me. What?
Scroll.
Scroll?
Scroll. Do you
Scroll.
not know the names?
No,
You know all the names.
I don't know all the names.
Yes, I understand you don't know which one's which.
No,
but
I
you know
don't
the
even have the names memorized
There's
yet.
no scroll.
Well,
in
I didn't
this
think
class.
there was, but it sounded like you were saying,
would
oh, for
scroll
crying out loud. It
fit in
wouldn't.
this
It would be a
class?
really bad choice. I'm like, wow, I'm surprised she would name a kitten that because it doesn't
Have
make
we
any
not
sense.
met these kittens yet at all? You know their names.
I don't know the names. So this is our little gray tabby, the last one born, also a little girl. And this one is named Scrawl. Right? Scrawl? Scrawl. Okay, it's named Scrawl. DJ's not dignifying me with any sort of response. Weighs 5.4. And yes, that is a lot less than the others. You know, we do get, I guess you'd call it a runt, typically in each class. There's one that's going to be smaller. I mean, there's obviously a smallest in every class, but a lot of times the smallest is a vast difference from the rest.
Cookie sweetie.
I don't know why it works that way.
Cookie sweetie.
But what I can tell you is when they were all born 3 days ago, again, remember these are 3 days old, when they were all born, Scrawl, the last one, the small one, was the only one that was a normal weight, and probably still is the only one that's a normal weight. Perfectly normal for a newborn kitten, in fact, a little bit on the healthy side. And all of the others, the brothers and sisters that weigh like an ounce more and have since day one, they're all way overweight. They're like huge kittens, record setters as far as kittens born here. So it's less correct to think of Scrawl as being smaller or behind, and a little more correct to think of her as being normal, and all the rest of it as being really big. So that's what we got. They got extra beans. They got extra weight. Oh, and yeah, if it wasn't real clear, the first 4 all have extra beans, but the last 2 do not. And that's Scrawl and Squiggle, right? Squiggle? Yes. Okay, good. So Scrawl and Squiggle do not, but the rest do. That's where we are. Now we have another set of kittens to go weigh and meet, because I haven't introduced them by name yet. And that's Rue's kittens right next door. So DJ's going to go over there with us and help us tell you all the names for them. We're going to go do that right meow, and then I'll come back and I'll put this lid on and make sure that she's all comfortable, and we'll see if she hasn't moved her kittens already by then. Who knows? Maybe she'll get to the next box. So let's head right next door. Going to take a little break for the hand sanitizer station here. I'll rub that in once I get in the room. There we go. Here we are, right next door. Even got a door over to the next room here with our friend. Do you want me in that corner? Do you want to get in the corner? Do we want to do corners? I don't know what we're doing. Or you could just sit out here. That's fine too. I'll grab them. Okay, I got to set the phone down for 1 second. So hang on while I do my hand sanitizer. I'm just going to stare at that cat scratcher way up close. Give it a scratch. That's fine. There we go. Okay. All right, now here we are. In this case, I don't remember, I don't think I remember, well, I remember some of the order. Okay, we're going to try this.
You don't know any order.
Well, I don't know the birth order, but I know the weight sheet order, which is what I go by in my head. Usually they're the same thing. Anyway, this is our other mom cat, Rue, and Rue came to the Kitten Academy already having delivered her kittens and already having been adopted, or at least, presumptively adopted by the same person that rescued her. And that's pretty exciting. Also, Rue is beautiful. I don't have to tell you, you're looking at her. But she's got a very tiny little kitten body herself. And then you gotta see this kitten up here. This is Hijinks, is it? Hijinks is just wobbling his head back and forth. This one being as silly. So these kittens are just over 2 weeks old. They're 2 weeks and a couple days now. I think they were born back on the 20th. So just a tiny bit over 2 weeks. And as you can see, they have their eyes open. They're moving around a lot more. It's hard for you to get a feel for the size difference, but they're just about twice as big as the ones you were just looking at. I know they look real similar, but it's hard to tell on the camera. So these guys are just about 2 weeks old. They're being way too cute. This guy, Hijinks, super cute. Their eyes would have just opened a few days ago. I think I was talking about that with the other ones. The 3-day-olds have their eyes closed. Kittens are born with their eyes closed. They open around 10 days, give or take a little bit. So these guys also all have names. Their mom's name is Rue. That's spelled like the name R-U-E, Rue. And then the kittens are, let's see, let's start in order. If we start in order, the first one I know is this big guy. He's our bold striped tabby. I'm describing him as, I'm going to hold him up here for 1 second. I'm describing him as bold striped. He's sort of a classic tabby, but he doesn't quite make the swirl. He's just got these chunk, like big old stripes. Do you see how thick they are? They're almost as thick as my finger. So that's our first guy, a little gray tabby. He's got a little brown, but he's mostly gray. With big stripes. Well, his first day gains were crazy, and it's early in the day still. You can see he's got a little bit of the swirl kind of happening there. But anyway, that's 9.9 ounces. Very big.
It's the same as yesterday.
Yeah, but yesterday's weigh-in was very late. Yeah, he's got 12 hours to make it up. When it comes to the weights, we look for a gain of about 1/4 ounce a day. Hi, buddy. Oh, what was his name? Sorry, I didn't say his name. What? Say it again? Caper. Yes, I knew that one. I knew it. Caper.
Oh, buddy.
So this is Caper, C-A-P-E-R, Caper. And like I said, when we weigh them, we're looking for a gain of at least 1/4 ounce a day. And that sometimes it happens all at one feeding, you know. So if he hasn't gained anything since yesterday, nothing to be concerned about at this point, because yesterday's weigh-in was very late in the day.
No, it wasn't. It was at 10:30.
Oh, you weighed them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've gone 24 hours then with no gain. All right. Still, the other exception is that his last gain was immense and might make up for that. So at this age, we're okay averaging it kind of over 2 days if we have to, but if he hasn't posted gains, maybe by tonight or tomorrow morning for sure, then we'll have to take a step, which would be like a tube feeding or something. We'll see how that works out. But I'm not too concerned yet. So number 2 would be the lighter colored of the 2 twin tabbies, right? So we have 2 mackerel tabbies here. One is lighter colored and one is darker colored. And I believe this is the lighter colored one. DJ might be able to tell better just by looking. Do I have the right one?
Yeah.
Or do we have to look at them together?
No, that's Hustle over there.
Okay, so this is the lighter colored one.
Buddy, it's okay.
Set him down on the thing and he'll yell at us. So first off, that's all right. Just set him down. He'll stop yelling if you set him down.
Okay.
Well, so this is Hijinks, and he is like I said, the lighter color of the 2 mackerel tabbies that we have. I got to pick him up just long enough to 0. 10.8. 0. Okay. 10.8. Good. Okay, so now we know. He's the lighter colored. It's very subtle difference. I'm sure that looking at it, unless you can see the 2 of them right next to each other, you'll never know which one is which. But give it a few days or a few weeks. We'll give them collars. A few days, we'll find a way to make it more obvious, I guess is my point, because I know how important that is. Also, yes, I had him down the day that we met him, when I first was describing them in the weight chart, as the yelly tabby, the one that yells a lot. And he is sticking to that as his game plan. He is going to yell a lot. And the name again is Hijinks. That's Hijinks. So the lighter colored of the two mackerel tabbies. And let me stop for a second here with the other one who's named Hustle, right? Is that right? Hustle is the other mackerel tabby, practically a twin, but just a little bit darker in color. And this is the difference, is the mackerel tabbies all have really thin stripes. They're like Eddie in our faculty. Or like Loganberry, it's also an orange mackerel tabby, but do you see how they're much thinner stripes and they're all real vertical and they don't go all over the place? So that's the mackerel tabby. And we've got the two that look just like that, one a little lighter that's named Hijinks, and this one a little darker named Hustle. Hi, buddy. You're a cutie though. Okay, now let's get your weight. Hustle weighs 10.8 also today. We're on the 10.8 plan. Very good. Okay, buddy. What are you looking at, Hustle? What's up, pal? Hi. So these kids were born and raised for those first 2 weeks at Dr. Kat's vet, our vet. Hi, Jinx, yes. Oh, he was just looking over that leg, and it was really cute, but I think I missed it. You might have been able to see it on the regular live stream. Now, number 3 is the one with the white spot, right? And I mean number 4. The next one, Gimmick. Okay, I was going to ask. So Gimmick is the one I'm looking for next. So those were our 3 tabbies. We've got, if you remember, the one is the bold stripe mackerel tabby, so the real big stripes. That's this one. You see those stripes are big. Then we've got the darker colored mackerel tabby and the lighter colored mackerel tabby with the thinner stripes. And you can really see that difference with these two right next to each other. See these little tiny, thinny, stripy things and these really big ones. After that, we have 3 black kittens. Oh, and I didn't mention their genders, but all 3 of those are boys, right? Okay. I'm not looking at the sheet, but I can't necessarily remember. So the next kitten now, we've got 3 all black kittens. And the first one does have a distinguishing feature. This is Gimmick, by the way, right? Okay, DJ nods yes, Gimmick. Gimmick's distinguishing feature, aside from being a beautiful little black boy, is his 2 white spots. You might have noticed one already. He's got one down here at his belly. You see that white spot there, and one right under his neck. He's got to get him to look up to show, so we're just going to scruff him for 1 second and have him stand up. There you go. That little white spot right there on his neck. So that is Gimmick, and his distinguishing features are his little white spots. He weighs 10.2 today. All right, that's our little Gimmick. Oh, leave that blanket there, pal. Yes, okay, we get it. All right, okay. Then next up is our girl kitten, who is a black kitten, who is a girl. Okay, yes, very descriptive. She doesn't have any white spots anywhere. She's got a couple little gray hairs, but not a lot. They all do. They'll probably grow out of that a little bit and just it'll be all black later, or that could be a sign that they're going to floof up. But at any rate, this is our little girl, and her name is, hang on, I'm trying to remember. Oh, Sham. It's Sham, yes. I cheated. I saw somebody said it in the chat, so that was a cheat, but it was Sham. I should have known. And she does have some little eye goobers, yes. They've all had eyes that we've already noticed. Their eyes have all been just a little bit drippy, but not enough to be super concerned about. Okay, so that's Sham, the black girl kitten. There we go. She's going to sit right there. She weighs 10.4 today. Very good, Sham. The lighting over here is good, too. You can see how black she is all the way front to back, and that's important because in just a second, we're going to show you the last kitten. Hi. Oh, look at those beautiful eyes on you, though. Okay, so that's Sham, the girl, and then the final kitten in this group is this one, which is named Gambit, right? Gambit? DJ? Okay, DJ wants me to set Gambit right onto the scale, and you can see the difference with Gambit. The distinguishing feature with this all-black kitten is how much gray starts appearing on his back half, mostly. It's very sort of visibly, like you can see, and here, hang on, let's just reset the scale for 1 second, a second opinion, because DJ's making wow noises. 10.5 is what we're going to say. So, I know it's the cameras don't always pick it up, but you can definitely see from about here to here he's very black, and then from here to here he's more grayish. I don't know that that's gonna last. He again might be growing out of that. He might be growing out of like a fever coat, like Pebble did, where they're born without all the color, but then they develop it over the first few weeks. So it could be that. So we may not be able to rely on that in the long term for identification, but right now it makes it very easy to tell who's who, and that is Gambit. All right. So that's Rue and her 6 kittens. And now you have seen everybody, but since DJ doesn't necessarily need to chase us around anymore, we can go downstairs and just see what's left of Loom and her kittens real quick with what's left of the time for this stream. So let's go do that. And a reminder, of course, if you want to keep watching these kittens, or if you want to keep watching Rue's kittens right through that door in the last room where I said Rue. Nope, that's Mural in the other room. If you want to keep watching Mural's kittens there in the other room, you can tune into the Kitten Academy live stream. That's what these cameras are all about. On the regular, on the regular YouTube. Yep, on YouTube, the Kitten Academy live stream. You can tune in. You can watch the kittens literally all day long, nonstop. Oh, DJ got my coffee out of there just in time for me to pick it up as I'm walking by. Wow. Now that's true love. It says, don't panic, but I'm having some trouble showing you without potentially dropping it. And the don't panic is with a little polydactyl kitten thumb on there instead of the subethus sensomatic thumb, or the just thumbs up that is sort of the traditional thing you see. Oh. Hang on, I need a little of that. Oh, hi everybody. Okay, let's head in and see Loom and what's left of her kittens. Real quick, you're not going to see as much of these guys on the stream for a few reasons. One is that I stole their major ground floor camera view for upstairs for right now. And the other, of course, is that they spend a lot of their time either just sleeping or running around the house or upstairs in the spa until they are adopted. So as you know, Argyle and Chevron got picked up already. And Argyle and Chevron are doing great, and I'm so happy that their adopters kept us informed every step of the way through the flight and their arrival at their new home and how they're settling in. And they're doing great, and the pictures are great, and it's just heartwarming to see. So very, very, very happy about them. This is their mom, the mom, Loom. Loom, little more than a kitten herself. I do think this was probably her first litter, and she's super playful and affectionate, and as you can see, she's being kind of playful and affectionate right now, rolling around, asking for some attention. She's also smart as a whip, as they say, because she sees something just one time, and then she'll figure it out, like the drawer in my nightstand, which is where I put the treats and the cat toys, usually in the bedroom. She watched me do it one time, and since then I have had to move them into a box in the closet because she is relentless about getting that drawer open and pulling everything out of it. So my advice to Loom's adopter is do not let her know where the treats are stored. Loom is being adopted together with her kitten. That's a cute little face there and stretch. Loom's being adopted together with her kitten Herringbone. So this is Herringbone right here. He is also a brown tabby, like a couple of the kittens that we saw upstairs. And he is also a real sweetheart. Very big sweetheart. So he's going to get adopted with his mom, and they are getting picked up together by their adopter next Sunday. I think that's the 12th. So at least that's the plan right now, for them to get picked up on Sunday the 12th, Harry and Mom together. Then we have Princess Paisley, just in time to see Paisley yawn. This is the girl in the class, the Princess Paisley. She's a sweetheart too, as you know. And she is going to get picked up by her adopter on the 19th. The 19th, right? On the 19th, yes. So she's getting picked up on the 19th, which I believe might be a Wednesday. I'd have to check the calendar. I don't know, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so Paisley, even though she hasn't been wearing her suit in a few days, she still now has kept this reflex of when you groom her, she's gotta lick on your fingers or whatever. It's very cute. Lick, lick, lick. Yes. Licks for scratches. Okay. So that's Princess Paisley. And then, of course, here we have Basket Weave. And Basket Weave is certainly stands out in this class as being the one that is the most climbing, I guess. I don't know how you describe that, but the other ones don't climb a lot of stuff just randomly. He climbs or jumps on top of everything. He's the only one that's been up on the counter on his own. He's the only one that has been over the gate on his own. He's the only one that's climbed my leg to get to various things, including me. So in the class, that's definitely how he's setting himself apart. That and the fact they all love to play that game where they attack your hand or your feet when you move them under the blanket. But he likes to play it the most. And if you move the slightest, tiniest little bit when you're sleeping, he is on it. Which is actually something I've been trying to train him to be at least a little less aggressive about, because some of those bites through the blanket can be too much. And as I've mentioned before, the way that we train them on that is sort of imitating a hiss at this point. There's various methods, but that's one that works really well for this class. And you just sort of make a noisy blow in their face. You blow in their face, you try to make it have a little noise so it kind of resembles a hiss, but they get that feeling of it. I think we disconnected there for a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's time for us to wrap it up. I don't know. I was going on about how we try to train the kittens a little bit and one of the methods that we use, but it's not important right now. What is important? It's been 30 minutes, so it's time to wrap it up. Like I was saying, if you want to keep watching the tiny kittens, mostly the tiny kittens upstairs, sometimes these guys, mostly the tiny kittens upstairs, all you have to do is watch the Kitten Academy live stream. I hope you do, and otherwise we'll see you for another close-up soon enough. Oh, I don't think I mentioned with the other adoption dates that Basket Weave is getting picked up by his adopter on the 22nd. At least that's the plan. So there you have it. All right, I got to go take care of other stuff now. So we'll talk again probably on Wednesday. At least that's the plan. And thank you so much. I hope you guys have an excellent Labor Day and a good Tuesday also. And if I don't see you, you can have a nice Wednesday and all the rest of the days too. Okay, say goodbye to everybody, Basky. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.